running through it somehow was a sense of humour, which I think, made life reasonably. Because I know one of the occasions when even then I laughed, it was on D-Day, 1 o'clock in the morning, which I strictly was D+1 and by 1 hour I suppose, landing on the beach in Normandy, certain amount of high explosive flying about, and there was a chap who lived near here and he was a bootmaker or shoe repairer. His name was Dickie Mead and he was always known as a moaner, and he was just a gun number. Anyway, when we landed on the beaches, his vehicle got stuck and it was all out on push. And there's a Dickie Mead at 1 o'clock in the morning on an enemy beach with unpleasant things going on, moaning away, "I shouldn't be doing this, I should be mending boots." If there's anything more ridiculous. But it's one of those things that
kept people going.
Yeah. And also, when we went inland, in the next morning when it got light, we got a bit inland then, and we had vehicles and we were in, and one of the chaps from, I think he was from the country somewhere, and he said, "Oh, this is France, much like England, I suppose." And Bob Morris, who was the Liverpudlian, had the Liverpudlian humour. "Expect the bleeding grass to be pink, do you?" We didn't learn. We were being sent to Normandy at all. We were in Salisbury Plain, and we were down. We were a complete fighting battery. We were ready to go, and we went on dummy runs down to the docks, and it all came to nothing. And we all came back on the Salisbury Plain. And one day when we went out in the morning on one of these morning calls, everything went. Well, not everything. What we called the fighting battery went first, and the odds and sods came later on, hopefully. And we went off in the morning, and as we went off, about 5 in the morning, there was the colonel of the regiment standing at the full salute for us. And we thought, yes, we're not coming back today, And we were right. The landing craft were there, and we went on board. And, I guess 1 o'clock in the morning, we put our flap down on the beaches, and it wasn't very healthy, but as usual, our word for them was the PBI, the poor bloody infantry, had gone and sorted it out before we got there, because we couldn't storm the beaches with 6-inch guns that weighed a ton each. We had to have a secure beach, and vehicles had to pull them. We had scammels pulling them, and but we got quite a way inland, and of course the airborne had dropped as well. So it's a long time ago, isn't it? But I'll be truthful, I still feel proud that I was there. I wouldn't have offered to go, but coming out in one piece, and it showed me Europe. I'd never been abroad before, like a lot of the boys. Yeah. I remember on the first morning, because we always landed in first light, we're going inland on a truck, and one of the lads from Lancashire, I think, he looked out and looked at the plants and the flowers on the side right, and the grass. Much like England, isn't it? And Bob Morris, true, Liverpool, you might guess. Expect the bleeding grass to be pink, do you? And those things, you remember the rest of your life. It's daft, but you do, And it's those things that made it tenable, I suppose, that it was your friends, your comrades. You didn't do it for the bloody king. You did it for your comrades. You didn't let them down. And that about says it, I suppose.